Today we shall have a review of the periodic table. Periodic table forms the basics of the chemistry portion. We have 18 groups in the modern periodic table, 1 to 18. We have 7 periods in the periodic table. Now if you look carefully, groups are the vertical rows. The vertical rows are the groups and the horizontal rows are the periods. If we look at it carefully, we have 18 groups and 7 periods. The 18 groups are divided such that each group has elements which has same electronic configuration in the valence shell. For example, in group 1, it is known as alkali metals. In alkali metals, we have hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. Now, all these elements have one electron in their valence shell. So, their valency tends to be 1. They are basically metallic and electropositive in nature. In group 2 we have beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium and radium. In group 2 elements there are only 2 electrons in the valence shell. Therefore their valency would be 2. They would be little less metallic than the group 1 metals. They would be less electropositive, but in general group 1 and group 2 are categorized as metals. They are called alkali metals because they form alkaline basic solutions in water. They are known as alkaline earth metals. The group 2 is known as alkaline earth metals because these metals are recovered from the earth's crust. Next we have the elements present from group 3 to group 12, stretching from atomic number 21 to 30 is the first transition series. They are known as transition elements because they show a transition from a metallic character to a non-metallic character. The left side of the periodic table is metallic in nature. The right side of the periodic table is non-metallic in nature. So that transition is brought about by these elements between group 3 to group 12. Now if you look carefully, there are 4 transition series. First transition series from scandium to zinc. Second from ytterbium to cadmium. Third is from atomic number 57 to that of atomic number 80, that is lanthanum to mercury. Next we have fourth transition series from atomic number 89, that is actinium, to atomic number 110, that is UUN is basically an IUPAC way of doing things. So UUN here means an element which was man-made, it was scientifically made. It is a transuranic element and has been placed at the bottom of the periodic table. Now, going through these transition series, you would notice that there is a gap between 57 to 72 atomic number. Another gap is between 89 to 104 atomic number. This gap is filled by post-transition elements. Now the post-transition elements are basically the F block elements present at the bottom of the periodic table. Now have a look nicely. These elements are categorized into lanthanoids and actinoids. Lanthanoids start from atomic number 58. Actinides start from atomic number 90. The lanthanoids stretch from cerium to lanthanum atomic number 71. The actinides stretch from thorium atomic number 90 to lawrencium atomic number 103. So they are basically present within the transition elements, but they have been kept beneath the periodic table to avoid overstretching of the periodic table. Next is group 3 to group 18. Group 3 to group 18 are basically p block elements. These p block elements start from group 13, which has boron, aluminium, gallium, indium, thallium. Group 14, carbon, silicon, germanium, tin, lead. Group 15, nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. Group 16, oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium. Group 17, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, astatine. And group 18, helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon. Now out of this, group 18 elements are noble gases. They have a complete duplet in helium and octet thereon, so they are the least reactive. Group 17 is halogens, which extend from fluorine to astatine. They have a valency of -1 because they need 1 electron to complete their octet. Group 16 needs 2 electrons to complete its octet. So group 16, also known as chalcogens or oxygen family, has a valency of -2.